Do you remember the chaotic charm of the Boswell family in the beloved British sitcom Bread? Airing from 1986 to 1991, the show became a cultural phenomenon, capturing the heart and humor of Liverpool life during tough economic times. But nearly 40 years later, where are the stars who brought these unforgettable characters to life? Some went on to acclaimed careers, others faded from the spotlight, and a few, sadly, are no longer with us. Join us on a nostalgic journey to rediscover the cast of Bread, from Nelly's fierce matriarch to Granddad's quiet wisdom, and see how time has shaped their lives and legacies. You might be surprised by what they've done since the credits rolled. Jean Boat portrayed Nelly Boswell in Bread, 1986, when she was 54 years old. Nelly is the iron-willed matriarch of the Boswell family, living in the 1980s in Liverpool during a time of deep economic uncertainty. Fiercely Catholic, sharp-tongued, and emotionally complex, Nelly keeps her chaotic household in line with a mix of discipline, manipulation, and deep motherly love. Whether she's demanding rent envelopes from her grown children or confronting societal pressures, Nelly is a pillar of working-class resilience. Jean Boat gave the character warmth, grit, and comic brilliance, making her one of the most iconic mothers in British sitcom history. Her performance elevated Bread into one of the most beloved series of its time, and her catchphrases became part of UK pop culture. In real life, Jean Boat had a long and respected career in television and stage. She was married to composer Carl Davis and remained active in the arts for decades. She passed away on September 12, 2023, at the age of 91, due to complications from vascular dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Jonathan Morris portrayed Adrian Boswell in Bread, 1986, when he was 26 years old. Adrian is the sensitive, poetic heart of the Boswell family. A darkly handsome, introspective figure who reads romantic literature, wears black, and is often lost in thought. His emotional vulnerability and philosophical leanings set him apart from his more pragmatic siblings. Adrian frequently falls in and out of love, often with theatrical heartbreak, adding a romantic and slightly tragic tone to the otherwise comedic family. Jonathan Morris delivered the role with intensity, making Adrian a symbol of the misunderstood artist within a working-class world. His brooding charm and dramatic presence left a lasting impression on the show's audience. In real life, Jonathan Morris found success in both drama and entertainment, including a run as the UK host of The Price is Right in the 1990s. Born on July 20, 1960, he would be 65 years old in 2025. He is still alive and living a more private life today, but his portrayal of Adrian remains a touchstone of British television drama from the era. Kenneth Waller portrayed Grandad in Bread, 1986, when he was 58 years old. Grandad is a near-silent but unforgettable presence in the Boswell household. Seated almost constantly in his armchair, with a wool cap, slippers, and newspaper in hand, he speaks few words throughout the entire series. Yet his reactions, a subtle raise of the brow, a slow nod, a look of disbelief, provide some of the show's most effective comedic moments. His stillness contrasts beautifully with the chaos that unfolds around him, making him both a humorous and grounding character. He represents the stoic, aging patriarch, not interfering, but always watching. Kenneth Waller's performance was a masterclass in minimalism, and fans adored Grandad's mysterious backstory and perfectly timed expressions. In real life, Kenneth Waller had a long career in television and film, known also for roles in The Singing Detective and Are You Being Served? He passed away on January 28, 2000, at the age of 72, from natural causes. Nick Conway portrayed Billy Boswell in Bread, 1986, when he was 25 years old. Billy is the quick-witted, smooth-talking eldest son of the Boswell family. Always dressed sharp and forever chasing the next get-rich scheme, Billy is the personification of street smarts and Thatcher-era survival. He works dodgy jobs, drives a flashy car, and prides himself on making money the clever way. But beneath the bravado lies a son deeply devoted to his mother, Nelly. His banter, confidence, and relentless charm made him a standout figure in the series. Nick Conway's performance captured the humor and vulnerability of a young man trying to stay afloat in hard times. As Bread soared in popularity, Billy became a fan favorite. In real life, Nick Conway enjoyed success as an actor and later transitioned into education, teaching drama and mentoring young performers. Born on December 25, 1961, he would be 63 years old in 2025. As of that year, he is still alive and occasionally appears in interviews or retrospectives, reflecting fondly on his time in Bread. Melanie Hill portrayed Aveline Boswell in Bread, 1989, when she was 27 years old. Aveline is the glamorous, fashion-obsessed daughter of the Boswell family who dreams of escaping Liverpool for a career in modeling. Though vain and easily exasperated by her eccentric brothers and overbearing mother Nelly, Aveline shows glimpses of heart and vulnerability beneath her made-up exterior. She often clashes with her family's expectations while juggling her on-and-off relationship with Protestant Vicar Oswald, creating a constant source of comic tension. Melanie Hill took over the role from Gilly Coman in 1989 and brought a grounded, slightly more mature presence to the part. Her version of Aveline retained the character's sense of style and wit while adding emotional depth. In real life, Melanie Hill has enjoyed a long and successful acting career in British television, with major roles in Coronation Street, Waterloo Road, The Syndicate, and Auf Wiedersehen, Pet. Born on January 11, 1962, she would be 63 years old in 2025. As of that year, Melanie Hill is still alive and continues to work regularly on stage and screen. Simon Rouse portrayed Yizzle's mate in Bread, 1986, when he was 35 years old. Though his role in the series was small and largely comedic, Yizzle's mate was part of the colorful, chaotic fabric of Liverpool life that made Bread so memorable. As a friend and sidekick to Yizzle, a shady wheeler-dealer type always on the hunt for quick cash, Rouse's character added to the show's portrayal of local street culture and underground economy. Even with limited screen time, his performance contributed to the authentic energy of the show's world. Simon Rouse brought charisma and ease to the role, showcasing the same sharp timing that would define his later career. Outside of Bread, Rouse is best known for his long-running role as DCI Jack Meadows in The Bill, where he became one of the most recognizable faces on British television. Born on June 24, 1951, he would be 74 years old in 2025. As of that year, Simon Rouse is still alive and fondly remembered for his versatile career in British drama and crime television. Peter Howitt portrayed Joey Boswell in Bread, 1986, when he was 29 years old. Joey is the smooth, intelligent, and emotionally complex older brother in the Boswell clan. Known for his sharp suits, thoughtful demeanor, and subtle sense of humor, Joey often stands apart from his louder, more impulsive siblings. He works a stable job, values structure, and frequently takes on a leadership role within the family, offering calm advice and quiet strength. However, Joey's love life is far more turbulent. His complicated relationship with Roxy became one of the show's central arcs. Peter Howitt brought an understated magnetism to the role, turning Joey into a symbol of thoughtful masculinity during a chaotic time in British culture. Following Bread, Howitt shifted from acting to filmmaking, becoming an acclaimed director and screenwriter. His biggest success came with Sliding Doors, 1998, which he wrote and directed. Born on May 5, 1957, Peter Howitt would be 68 years old in 2025, and as of that year, he is still alive and active in the international film industry. Rita Tushingham portrayed Celia Higgins in Bread, 1988, when she was 46 years old. Celia is the eccentric and long-suffering neighbor of the Boswell family, often caught in their whirlwind of drama and domestic chaos. She is the mother of Leonora, Jack Boswell's love interest, and frequently serves as a comedic foil to Nelly's overpowering presence. With her scatterbrained energy, nervous mannerisms, and slightly bewildered look, Celia brings a softer, lighter contrast to the often brash dynamics of the Boswells. Rita Tushingham, a celebrated actress of British New Wave cinema in the 1960s, brought years of dramatic experience to the comedic world of Bread. Her portrayal of Celia added unexpected emotional nuance to a character that could have been purely slapstick. Tushingham was already internationally acclaimed before joining the cast, known for her roles in A Taste of Honey and Dr. Zhivago. Born on March 14, 1942, she would be 83 years old in 2025. As of that year, Rita Tushingham is still alive and remains a respected figure in British film and television history. Noel Collins portrayed Mr. Hayworth in Bread, 1986, when he was 49 years old. Mr. Hayworth is a minor but memorable figure in the Boswell universe, a bureaucratic, stern, and somewhat weary public servant entangled in the family's complex dealings with government agencies. Often caught between rules and the Boswells' creative interpretations of them, he represents the faceless systems the family both manipulates and relies upon. Noel Collins gave the character a tired dignity and subtle exasperation that grounded the series' satire of Thatcher-era bureaucracy. Though his screen time was limited, his presence helped flesh out the show's social commentary. Collins was best known for his role as Detective Sergeant George Parrish in Juliet Bravo, which earned him national recognition. Born on December 11, 1936, he passed away on August 15, 2011, at the age of 74, after a long battle with lung cancer, having been diagnosed in 1996. He would have been 88 years old in 2025. His legacy endures through his thoughtful performances and quiet professionalism. Katie Carmichael portrayed Connie in Bread, 1991, when she was 21 years old. Connie is introduced in the final season of Bread, arriving as a vibrant, down-to-earth character with a fresh dynamic that helped round off the series. Her role added youthful energy and emotional realism during the show's final stretch, as the Boswell family navigated the slow unraveling of their previously chaotic lives. Connie is practical, no-nonsense, and not afraid to challenge the family's ways, bringing a much-needed dose of balance to the increasingly tangled relationships within the household. Katie Carmichael brought warmth and sharpness to the role, embodying the kind of modern young woman who stood in contrast to the show's older, more traditional characters. Outside of Bread, Carmichael went on to a successful television and stage career, best known for her roles in Spaced, Coronation Street, and Deadman Weds. Born on September 26, 1970, she would be 55 years old in 2025. As of that year, Katie Carmichael is still alive and active, both as an actress and theater director in the UK. Mark Jordan portrayed Wagger in Bread, 1991, when he was 26 years old. Wagger is one of the late additions to the Boswell universe, appearing during the show's final season. As a local character involved in the fringe schemes and chaotic energy of Liverpool's working-class life, Wagger fits seamlessly into the series' world of fast-talking, eccentric personalities. Though not a central figure, his role helped maintain the series' rhythm in its final phase, contributing comic moments and background color to an evolving family dynamic. Mark Jordan delivered the role with charm and confidence, showing the charisma that would define much of his later television career. After Bread, he gained widespread recognition as PC Phil Bellamy in Heartbeat, a role he played for over a decade. He later appeared in Emmerdale and numerous British dramas. Born on January 25, 1965, Jordan would be 60 years old in 2025. As of that year, Mark Jordan is still alive and remains an active figure in UK television, both as an actor and advocate for children's welfare causes. Nick Stringer portrayed Julian Lemire in Bread, 1988, when he was 40 years old. Julian Lemire is an eccentric upper-class figure who stands in stark contrast to the working-class Boswell family. With his refined accent, polished mannerisms, and air of superiority, Julian brings a satirical look at British class divisions into the world of Bread. His interactions often highlight the absurdity of both high society and the Boswell family's street-level pragmatism, resulting in scenes that are both hilarious and culturally insightful. Nick Stringer delivered the role with theatrical flair, expertly capturing Julian's pompous charm while still making him oddly likable. Outside of Bread, Stringer had a prolific career in British television, with credits including The Bill, My Family, and Doc Martin. His distinctive voice and imposing presence made him a frequent choice for comedic and character roles. Born on August 10, 1948, he would be 77 years old in 2025. As of that year, Nick Stringer is still alive and remains a respected veteran of British stage and screen. Robert East portrayed the prosecuting counsel in Bread, 1987, when he was 44 years old. Appearing in a courtroom sequence, the prosecuting counsel serves as a sharp, authoritative figure, representing the legal system with stern professionalism. His exchanges, often with a defiant Boswell family member, provide a brief but effective contrast between law and Liverpool street smarts. Though his role was short-lived, Robert East brought gravitas to the scene with his clipped diction and intense presence. Outside of Bread, East is best known for playing Prince Harry in The Black Adder, 1983, and for his extensive stage work with the Royal Shakespeare Company. He specialized in portraying upper-class, intellectual, or institutional figures, often with a hint of satire. Despite his selective screen appearances, East has built a respected reputation in British theater. Born on July 7, 1943, he would be 82 years old in 2025. As of that year, Robert East is still alive and largely retired from screen work, occasionally appearing in stage-related events and Shakespearean retrospectives. Derek Deadman portrayed Robber's Mate in Bread, 1987, when he was 47 years old. Though appearing briefly, Robber's Mate was part of one of Bread's more chaotic subplots, providing comic danger and mischief in equal measure. As the sidekick to a petty criminal, Deadman's character was more bumbling than threatening, helping to lighten the tone of what could otherwise have been a grim moment. Known for his rubbery facial expressions and gruff delivery, Derek Deadman was a beloved character actor who excelled in playing quirky or villainous supporting roles. His brief appearance in Bread was consistent with his larger career, which included memorable roles in Time Bandits, Doctor Who, and as Tom the Innkeeper in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 2001. Born on March 11, 1940, he passed away on November 22, 2014, at the age of 74 in France. He would have been 85 years old in 2025. Deadman's unique presence made him a staple of British film and television for over 4 decades. Leah Williams portrayed the hotel maid in Bread, 1988, when she was 24 years old. Though her appearance in the series was brief, the hotel maid added a layer of realism and comic timing to a scene involving one of the Boswells away from home, likely in one of their many chaotic romantic or business escapades. Leah Williams brought a youthful sharpness and understated confidence to the role, displaying early signs of the control and elegance that would define her later acting career. This small television part marked one of her earliest screen appearances. In the years that followed, Williams became a distinguished actress and director, praised for her work in both film and theater. She received Olivier and BAFTA nominations, starred in Harold Pinter plays, and appeared in acclaimed productions such as The Crown, The Missing, and The Foreigner. Born on November 26, 1964, she would be 61 years old in 2025. As of that year, Leah Williams is still alive and actively working in the arts, continuing to balance acting and directing on stage and screen. Roy Heather portrayed the boat owner in Bread, 1987, when he was 52 years old. The boat owner appears in one of Bread's seaside escapades, representing the gruff, no-nonsense type of man the Boswells often encounter in their offbeat misadventures. Although a minor character, his role is packed with quick comedic tension, delivered through sharp dialogue and a classic British everyman attitude. Roy Heather brought his signature dry humor to the part, making even this brief appearance memorable. Best known for his role as Sid, the cafe owner in Only Fools and Horses, Heather spent much of his career in British sitcoms, often portraying blue-collar characters with wit and subtle depth. His ability to bring humanity to small parts made him a familiar face to UK audiences. Born on May 20th, 1935, he passed away on September 3rd, 2014, at the age of 79, following a long illness. Roy Heather is fondly remembered as one of British comedy's reliable supporting talents. Who is your favorite character from Bread? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.